Hi everyone, I just wanted to go over the basics of how to operate a wood stove at camp. A couple key things. Number one, before you start a fire in here, you want to make sure that there's nothing on top of the wood stove. Number two, you want to make sure that there's nothing that's impacting smoke flowing up the chimney pipe. On some wood stoves, you might encounter a device like this. This round plate would be inside of this pipe, and then this handle would be protruding, and you can turn it as such. Off the top of my head, no camp wood stoves have that feature, but it might be something you encounter. And then the third thing that I want to mention is a damper. So on most of the wood stoves at camp, you're going to have a damper down here that's controlled by pulling out or pushing in. This helps control the amount of air that is coming into the chimney box, or excuse me, the wood stove firebox, which is right here. So by pulling this in or out, you're controlling the amount of air that comes into the firebox and will help you control combustion, whether it's a slow combustion or whether it's more air, which will allow for more oxygen and more combustion and a hotter fire. So by pulling this in or out is how you can control the airflow into the firebox. When you start a fire here, you want to make sure that your fire is concentrated towards the back of the firebox. And if you ever have any issues with smoke coming out of the wood stove, you may have a drafting issue. That could be due to the weather, the cold temperature outside, low pressure, things of that nature. The way that you'll correct that is you can take a wad of newspaper, you can light it, and burn it as such in the firebox, and this will help a draft be created. So that way the smoke goes up the chimney. This can also be done in fireplaces as well. We'll put that in there for now, but typically you would hold it in place for a while until the smoke is going up. The other thing I wanted to cover is what to do with the ashes. The great thing about a wood stove is when the door is fully closed and latched in place, this is a very safe arena for the fire to be, and you can just leave the fire that you have going in here until it's completely gone. Now, when you have a buildup of ashes, you need to dispose of them. The proper way to do this is to wait until the ashes are completely cold. Again, the safest place for a hot fire is to be inside this box. But once you have a buildup of ashes and they're completely cold, then you will transfer them to the ash can, which is either on a concrete or non-combustible material in the cabin, or it's outside. You can use a shovel, an ash shovel, to put the ashes from the wood stove into the ash can, and then periodically throughout the season, we will collect the ashes that are in the ash cans. If you have any questions, let us know, but we hope that you have an enjoyable fire in the wood stoves on property.